Greg Ehrenberg here from Odd Shopper. Hope you guys are all having a great week. I'm getting my ass kicked on the betting streets a little bit, particularly yesterday. Really tilting day. I'm going to be talking about that in a second. But first, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment below because I always like to know whatever it is that you guys are betting on for today's slate, and whatever it might be. Let me know about it. Money line, run line, no run in first inning, player props. Leave it below. What do you have action on today? Now, the recap of yesterday's bets, years where I really got tilted. A couple of strikeout props. Marco Gonzalez, I have under 4.5 Ks for him. He's sitting at 4, and he's having a decent but not great start. Kind of a typical Marco Gonzalez start, pitching to contact a whole bunch. But anyway, last batter of the game that he faces strikes him out to get to 5 strikeouts from 4. So that bet ultimately doesn't end up winning. That was in an afternoon game. And then something really similar happens with Tyler Wells later on the Orioles game against the Rays, where he was getting hit pretty hard. He gave up a couple of home runs and just wasn't having a great outing overall. But he did go on a stretch where he struck out a few hitters in a row. But still, we're sitting pretty good. We've got plus money on under 4.5 strikeouts. He's sitting at 4 Ks. Looks like he's about to come out of the game. The bullpen's warming up. And once again, strikes out the final hitter he faces to go from 4 strikeouts to 5. So I didn't think those were bad bets, but I didn't ultimately get the results I wanted. But that's just the nature of betting sometimes. Definitely annoying in real time, but I'm moving on to today, trying to figure out the best bets, which I'm about to bring to you guys right here. These are the best bets for Thursday's MLB action. To start us off with the day, I got the hottest dong pick of the day, and that's Freddie Freeman in Coors Field, plus 450 to homer. And we've got Freddie Freeman in our sharp sports betting model with a 26% chance to homer, which at plus 450 odds actually brings us a 41% expected ROI, which is a crazy high number on a home run prop. And, considering the matchup, I think it's warranted because Jose Urena is on the mound for the Rockies. And I get that he had a decent start from a run allowance perspective his last time against the Dodgers, but he pitched 6+ innings. He only generated 2 strikeouts compared to 3 walks. More often than not, that's going to yield runs, even if it didn't in that particular start. And that's kind of been the case with Urena this season. He's somebody who's bounced around the big leagues a decent amount. The only thing he's really known for is hitting Ronald Acuna by pitch. But for his career, he's been a fairly miserable pitcher. And you look at the last few full seasons he's pitched. 2021 with the Tigers, 5.81 ERA. 2020 with the Marlins, 5.4 ERA. The year before also with the Marlins, a 5.21 ERA. So this year, he's only made 4 starts, and he has a 3.13 ERA. But look at the underlying numbers. 5.19 expected ERA, 4.7 FIP. And when you think about the last few years, he's had an ERA north of 5. That's probably what's going to happen to him moving forward. And then he's also always been a guy with higher than league average home run to fly ball rates. Last year, 14.7%. The year before, 15.4. The year before that, 16.5. And now we've got a hitter in Freddie Freeman, who's one of the best hitters in all of baseball. Freeman this year, he's shown some power. He's got 15 homers. He also has a 161 WRC+, which is an above-average year for Freeman, his first year with Los Angeles. So for his career in Atlanta, where he's been one of the better hitters in baseball, he's a 140 WRC+, and he's sitting at 161 this year. He's also going to be in Coors Field, which is as hitter-friendly as a park gets. So based on all the information I'm looking at and also the projections we have over at Odd Shopper, plus 450, this looks like a really good value bet. The odds on Freddie Freeman to homer should probably be something closer to plus 250. So the hottest dong pick of the day, I'm looking at Freddie Freeman at Coors Field at plus 450. Today's show is sponsored by BetMGM, and if you sign up with them for the first time, they're going to give you $200 for free. But also take note, guys, to what I know, this offer is going to expire at the end of July. So if you've been waiting to get in on this offer, now is the time to do it. I'm not exactly sure what the sponsor is going to be in August. It might still be BetMGM, but it might be a different offer. But as far as I know, this offer isn't going to exist for much longer. And here's what you have to do to take advantage of what we currently have with them. If you sign up using the promo code OSMLB or sign up using the link in the description box below, they're going to give you $200 after you place a $10 bet on any MLB money line. That's it. All you need to do is make a $10 deposit, bet $10 on an MLB game, and they give you $200 for free. So if that's an offer that interests you, this free money offer, take advantage of it now because it's not going to be around for that much longer. So it's $200. Take advantage of it, and then hopefully we get another sponsor on board or something similar next week where we can move on to a different sponsor, get you guys more free money. But for now, this is the offer we have in place, and it's only going to be here for a few more days. So now getting into the strikeout props for the day, and I'm opening one that really doesn't make me feel comfortable, but it is a smaller slate. The pitching options aren't that great. This is a bet that projects fairly well for us in our model, and that's over 4.5 strikeouts for Brady Singer. Here's the rub. He's pitching against the Yankees. That's never great. The Yankees, one of the best offenses in all of baseball. But Brady Singer's been good this year. 3.82 ERA, 3.76 expected ERA. So expected numbers exactly in line with what the actual results have been. And he's generating a bunch of strikeouts this year, 25.5% K rate for Brady Singer. So all the numbers for him indicate a good pitcher, also indicate a pitcher who's generating a bunch of strikeouts. And by the way, he's coming off a 12 strikeout start against the Tampa Bay Rays. That was the high watermark. That is the highest strikeouts he's had for the entire season and actually his entire career as well. And then also the number, like I said, is over under 4.5. He's done that in almost every single start as of late. His recent outings, 12 strikeouts against the Rays, 6 against the Tigers, 5 against the Guardians, 9 against the Tigers, 5 against the A's. So overall, dating back to June 8th, he's hit the over in all but one start on the strikeout prop. And then overall for the year, he's hit the over in nearly all of his last 8 starts. It was just earlier in the year where he was working on more of a limited pitch count where we saw him fall short of those numbers. But overall in his starts this year, 9 out of 12 starts where he's had 5 or more strikeouts. So I think that indicates that this is a good bet for Brady Singer, even if we do have to be a little bit wary of the matchup. But still, our projections over on OddsShopper, 5.6 strikeouts is what we have for Brady Singer. So per our projections, 5.5 is the fair strikeout line here. We have the over hitting 65% of the time. So we've run into some bad luck with the strikeout props. But once again, I have to keep hitting the numbers that we're projecting to be good bets. And this is another one. So over 4.5 strikeouts for Brady Singer. It is a bet that does look like a plus money bet. We've got it with a 20% expected ROI and a 65% win rate. For my final bet of the day, I'm looking at under 6.5 strikeouts for Alex Wood. It's just a big number. We only have Wood projected for 5.1 strikeouts today. So this is actually our highest percentage winning bet of the day, 74% on the under strikeouts for Alex Wood. And he's been solid, but not great this year. And then also, you have to consider something across the career of Alex Wood. His velocity dips in the second half of the season. He's always been a better first half pitcher than a second half pitcher. We often see him get injured in the second half of the year. Velocity dips, strikeout rate declines, and that's something I do expect to happen again this season. And it's just an issue with a guy who I don't think is quite durable enough to be a pitcher that throws a massive amount of innings. And that's why if you look at his innings pitched over recent years, last year he threw 138 pitches, 2020, 12 innings. And then we had in 2019, 35 innings, 2018, 151 innings, before that 152 innings, before that 60 innings. So this is not a pitcher who's ever shown that he's able to handle a full workload. And now he's also over the age of 30. He's 31 years old for Alex Wood. His velocity as is has started to decline a little bit. I have concerns about him in the second half of the year. Is this the spot where I think he gets lit up by the Cubs? No, not necessarily, but I do think on average he's less than 6.5 strikeouts. Because overall for the year, he's not been a pitcher that puts up gaudy strikeout numbers. His last start against the Dodgers, he put up 6 strikeouts, which is nice. It's not crazy high numbers, and we need him to have 7 or more strikeouts today against the Cubs, or at least if somebody was betting the other side, they need 7 or more. And he's been at 6 or less strikeouts in 16 out of 19 starts this year. So I agree with our projections. I think this number is far more likely to hit the under than the over. The matchup's good. Alex Wood is a solid pitcher, but I just don't think the 6.5 strikeout prop is a fair line. The number really should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 4.5 to 5.5 per our projection. So closing out the day with a number that I do think should be pretty safe, under 6.5 strikeouts for Alex Wood. So recapping the bets for today, I've got Freddie Freeman plus 450 to homer. That's the hottest dong pick of the day. And then for strikeout props, Brady Singer over 4.5 strikeouts and Alex Wood under 6.5 strikeouts. I'm really thinking this is the day that breaks the slump. At least I'm open. So a couple of 2-2 days earlier in the week, a couple of bad beats yesterday. Eventually things are going to be getting together because I really don't think the bets that I've been making are bad bets. Sometimes I make bad bets. I don't think that's been the case lately. I just think there's been some bad variance, but these numbers also, they all make sense to me looking at the numbers that I'm looking at. So like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a comment below. What are you guys betting on today? If you get a bet that wins, I'm going to be giving away some free stuff tomorrow, but I need to see some winning bets down in the comment section. So leave a comment, give yourself a chance to win a free subscription to our premium betting Discord. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and good luck tonight.